and welcome to my tutorial on Tradonex. I'd like to start off by saying it is a offshore broker. It is not US regulated. However, it is very similar to race option, binary samp, bid forex, IQ option. It works the exact same way. What I like about this broker is it doesn't offer big bonuses, 200%, 100. I mean, it does, but uh, depends how much you deposit. So this broker here starts out at $250. That's what you could start your account at. It does offer a um, bonus of, I believe it's 20% if you start with $250, and I think it goes up to 50% once you go to 500. So anyway, let's go down a little bit. So the platform itself works exactly like the aforementioned brokers. You'll have your currency pairs here, their percentages, what they're paying out. So pretty much for anyone that hasn't ever tried one of these brokers. So for example, if your trade amount, which would be here, was $10, your profit would be on this pair $8.50. This pair here would be $7.50. This pair here would be $7, and so forth. Um, the least I have seen as a percentage would be 60%, which is pretty average. So one thing I will say, the higher the percentage, the more volatile that pair is. So, you got to keep that in mind, really analyze that currency pair to, get the best entry possible without being spiked out or just losing the trade in general. So once you fund your account, your account balance will be up here. If you take a bonus, the bonus is included, but with this little drop bar here, it'll show you your net. So for example, if you were to start your account with $1,000, you took a 50% bonus, it would show 1,500. But you click here and this drop down little box would only say 1,000 USD. Okay, so moving forward, we have a couple options here for binary. Usually really only stick with turbo, only because you're, time based within 1 to, I believe, 30 minutes on this platform. Right here where it says time, we have this little switch here, and that means fixed time on or fixed time off. So what that means is when it's on fixed time on, whenever you click call or put, meaning a buy or a sell, that means you get a full minute's time, a full 60 seconds if fixed time is on. If it's off, you have a little timer, and on that timer, it's counting down from 1 minute to, I believe, 30 seconds. So, if you have fixed time off, you take it while this timer's already going, chances are you could be taking a 35-second trade, a 40-second trade, anywhere between 30 seconds to a full minute. So keep that in mind. Over here, you can enter whatever amount you want. So for example, if you have a $1,000 account, while you don't want to be putting your whole account on here, you would take a percentage or a fraction of your account with, good risk management. So, it's not uncommon for someone that has a $1,000 account to take a $10 trade. So if you took a $10 trade, which you type in here, whatever pair you're analyzing, say USD/JPY, for example, your profit would be $7 if you clear that trade. So the way this works is, say for example, you analyze the market and you like this price right down here and you believe price is going to go up, while you would hit the call button while it was at the level you wanted at that specific price, the strike price. As price is going up and down, the strike price will show right here. So when price is where you want it and you believe it's going up, you hit call. Or if you believe it's going to go down, for example, if you thought at this price right here, that was as high as it was going to go and then it was going to drop, well, then you would place a put. Now, the amount of time you give it is up to you and how you analyze the market, because sometimes, price can linger around. It could actually spike up. Whatever the case is, you always want to choose the right amount of time. Okay, so there is another option that you have while you're in a trade. So say for example, you placed a put up here and price continue to go up. Right down here, you'll see your trade, and it'll show a little clock. So if you press on that clock, it'll extend your time, give you a little bit more time for your trade to complete. And the way that works is, say if you took that $10 trade, an additional 30% will be tacked on to your trade amount. So if you hit the rollover feature, you'll get the same amount of time added, but you would also be adding $3 to your initial $10. So now that trade would be worth $13 and your time would be extended double. And you could hit the rollover feature as much as you need. However, that little feature also can, get many traders into trouble because, one, either your timing is off, your price is incorrect, and you just got to get back on the charts and really analyze what you're doing. Because before you know it, a trade you wanted only for 1% of your account, $10, and you start rolling it over. Ultimately it could just continue to shoot up and not come back down, and your account just starts going down. And what usually happens for most people is, when you're in that deep, say your $10 trade all of a sudden is a $30 trade or whatever the case may be, well, you're going to want to make that money back. You want to at least break even, but that's what gets you in trouble. So it's really important to really find the specific price you want and just really get the best price you can, so you don't have to run into those issues. So we talked about the minimum deposit is 250. This is your minimum trade. It says from just 10 cents. Now, a lot of people don't know where that feature is, because if you're right here, all you could do is dollars. But if you really want to make sure you never blow an account, meaning running out of money, you could do it by cents by clicking on the little cent icon here. And right in this, you would enter the amount of cents you want, cents as pennies. So, if you wanted to just place, for example, a 50-cent trade, well, you would just put 50 after you're in the cent. Okay. So the trade minimum is 10 cents. It says here customer support available 24/7. And what I can say about this broker is they are very attentive. So, I've had to reach out to them, plenty of times, and they are really fast to respond and very helpful. So I really like that their customer service is awesome. Right here, no experience trading. You could do copy trading. I honestly don't recommend that because, every single broker has this feature. And to be quite honest, they have the same names up here. I actually tried it one day and let it do the copy trade function, and I was losing way more than just relying on my own analysis. So I really wouldn't recommend. So I really wouldn't recommend copy trading. So let's go down here a little bit more. So how it works, okay? Says sign up for free and get a personal unique gift. The gift is usually a bonus, and by bonus, it's whatever you want to start your account with. They end up giving you a bonus of, it could be 20%, 50%, like I mentioned. Okay, so now on to funding your account. There's a few methods you could fund your account. Ones off the top of my head that I can remember are credit cards. I don't know if it was debit, it might, but the popular one is Bitcoin. That's what I use. And one thing that is valuable to note is when you do fund with Bitcoin, you will send it from your, say, for example, Coinbase. Now, say you want to fund your account $250. Well, if you sent $250 at that very moment, you have to take into consideration the fee to send the Bitcoin, as well as what price in Bitcoin is doing. So if, Bitcoin's going down at that very moment and you don't know, well, the amount that they receive on their end is going to be, a lot lower. So what I recommend is that, if you want a $250 account, that you send 260, 265, just to um, avoid the slippage, if you would, because the fee and then price, if it drops on the way, it can have you less than 250. The other thing to keep in mind is when you do deposit with Bitcoin, they do add 5%. So sometimes it offsets the cost of, the fee or whatever the price dropped, but I would still recommend sending a little bit more. Now here where it says step 3, trade and get up to 95% income in 60 seconds. Well, is there a currency pair that pays 95%? I'm sure there is. I haven't seen it. Usually it ranges from 60% to 85. Now, again, when the percentages are higher, the market's actually more volatile. So the chances of you clearing the trade, if you didn't, really mark up your charts or really analyze, the chances are it could go against you. Again, 60 seconds is because that's the minimum trade time that you can use. So here it says refer a friend and get 20% extra income. So right here you can sign up and get your referral link, and you know uh, you can customize your referral link, and this is at no charge to you. So for example, if I leave a referral link at the bottom of this video and you decide to use that link and you fund an account, well, I would be getting 20% of whatever you invested. So if you invested $1,000, well, I would get 200, but it wouldn't come from your account. That's just a bonus they give you for, referring a friend. So if you sent $1,000, you actually get your $1,000 in your account. So it doesn't come from you, it comes from them. And I think that's an amazing feature that they do have. So, when uh, when you when you sign up for a referral link, it's free, it doesn't cost anything. And say you're excelling at trading binary options, and you have some friends that would like to learn how to trade and want to start their own accounts, while you just give them your link, and whenever they start an account, now you get 20% of whatever they make. So that's really awesome of them to do. So I'll be glad to share my referral link at the bottom of this video. You could click on it and it'll take you straight to Tradonex here. So if you have any issues with them, the average response time is 3 seconds, average case resolve time 5 minutes. Um, and like I would say, they are really, really attentive. This is a great company, a great broker. So when we were talking about bonuses earlier, we'll get into the rules a little bit. And this is where it gets a little tricky. But first off, it really depends on what you want with this account. If you want to make a certain amount a day and be able to withdraw it your very first week, I would strongly suggest that you do not take a bonus. And the reason for that is stated here on number 8. It says, in order to qualify for a profit of initial deposit withdrawal with an account at Tradonex that has been awarded a bonus, the funds deposited and the bonus must be turned over 3 times. By way of example, if client deposits $1,000 and receives a $300 bonus, client must achieve a turnover of 3,900 or more. Turnover is defined as the sum of the value of all trading orders, excluding the value of any trading orders that have been canceled either by the client or by Tradonex. Okay, so I'll touch on that a little bit and try to break it down for you. So, it does say if you start an account with $1,000 and they give you a $300 bonus and your account says $1,300, you must achieve a turnover of 3,900. So you have to turn over this account 3 times before you can start withdrawing your money. Now, how does turnover work? So the way turnover works is, say you had this $1,300 and you took a $10 trade. If you lost that trade, your turnover is $10. Now, say if you won that trade and the profit was 60% and you gained $6, that means you would have $16 in turnover. Now, that's just one trade. How many trades do you take a day? Well, it all depends on your trading style, but nonetheless, one trade at $10, if you win it, that's $16 of turnover, or if you lose it, it's $10 of turnover. So realistically, it can take quite a long time to have this turnover, your whole account turnover 3 times before deposit or withdrawing. Super important to know. And to add on top of that, so it says, furthermore, subsequent deposits must be turned over before any funds from the account can be released, regardless of previously achieved turnover. By way of example, if a client initially deposited $1,000 and achieved a turnover of $10,000, and then deposited a further $1,000 and got another $300 bonus, client must achieve a total turnover of at least 13,900 before any funds can be withdrawn. So this is super important to really understand. So, that initial $1,000, say you finally were able to turn it over 3,900. I'd like to really explain that part. So where it says turning over $3,900, that doesn't mean you have to have $3,900 in your account. You could end up with your account at $300 when your turnover is 3,900. That's just the amount of trades that were all placed, whether they won or they lost. So again, if you turn over all this account and you decide to deposit another $1,000, you get another $300 bonus. Well, you still have to turn over that new deposit 3 times. So not only did you have to turn over the first deposit, you have to turn over the second, and they all have to turn over the same. So for example, you turned over your account $3,900, but you want to add another $1,000, take another $300 bonus. Well, you have to turn over this amount again. So you would have over $7,000 of turnover. So it could work in your favor if you don't plan on withdrawing, but if you do, I strongly recommend you don't take the bonus. However, a bonus can be a good thing if you're going for longevity and you just want to grow your account from, say, $1,000 to, a year later, you're at whatever it may be. It could be 10,000, it could be 50,000, depending on your style of trading and how successful you are. Then it really makes a bonus really it'll make it a pro as opposed to a con. Now, if you want to withdraw money at the end of the week, even from your first week of trading, well, there's the con. You really can't. Well, you can, but we go on to over here. Number 11, if the client wishes to withdraw funds from the account where the turnover requirement has not been met for either initial or subsequent deposits, maintenance fee of 20% on each of the withdrawal amounts apply, which shall be paid by the client. So, for example, you didn't turn over your account. You didn't turn it over $3,900. And for example, you were able to grow your account to, $1,500, but your turnover is showing you have less than 3,900 and you want to withdraw $100, while the maintenance fee is 20%. So you're not going to get your $100 in total. And each time you want to withdraw, you're going to have that fee, which, it's up to the individual who wants to pay that or not. However, if you keep doing that, I think that's why they lead to number 12. At time of withdrawal, Tradonex may cancel any bonus awarded to the client in the event that, at Tradonex's sole discretion, any of the following circumstances occur. The client fails to make any payment or fails to comply fully with any obligations under the user agreement and/or bonus rules or any transaction. Any other representations or warranties given by the client are or become untrue, and Tradonex or the client is requested to close an exposure or any part of an exposure by any regulatory agency or authority. Being someone that's US based, I've never had an issue with that. However, if you just play by the rules, it'll work fine. So, if you are wanting to open an account, say you want to open an account at $1,000 and you just want to make a certain amount for the week just to offset some some bills or whatever. For example, if you started with $1,000 in a week, you make $50, you don't take the bonus, you can withdraw that $50. So the other important thing I actually missed was right here. Any withdrawal that must be completed by international wire transfer will be charged a $50 transfer fee. So this is why I really wouldn't just go straight to the bank. I'll send mine back to my Coinbase wallet, and then I send it from there back to my bank, and that's how I am able to take my money. So keep that in mind. There's a couple of fees if you don't meet the bonus criteria and wire transfer. And why is that? Because all wire transfers that are made from the US to anywhere overseas, there's always a wire transfer fee. So keep that in mind. There's a couple of other things here. Again, let's see. I skipped right to the end of it so I could show you guys that there is a con about taking bonuses. So now we'll go on here. Tradonex offers a number of attractive reward features. They do, but not as bad as other brokers. So they do reserve the right to refuse, cancel, or change the bonus at any time without any notice. Okay. Any indication of fraud, manipulation, cashback, arbitrage, or other forms of deceitful or fraudulent activity based on the provision of the bonus will render the account inactive, along with any and all profits or losses garnered. Okay, so you don't want to go in there and spike trade, taking 1 minute trades. That's also something you really don't want to do, or just open accounts just for the bonuses and taking super big bonuses and trying to withdraw right away. So play by the rules, you'll do just fine. The bonus will be paid in the base currency of the account selected upon registration only. So when you do register, you're going to see where you place what's your currency wherever you live. So if you're in America, it's USD. Should the entire or part of the deposit on which the bonus is given be withdrawn prior to the 20 times turnover has been traded, then the following will happen. I think that's a mistake there. The bonus will be canceled in full. All the trading losses will come from the original deposit first, and remaining balance may be withdrawn. Any profits made as a result of the use of the bonus can be canceled at the discretion of Tradonex. Okay, so that's kind of important there. So one important thing here, I wouldn't pay attention to 20 times over, but what I will say is going back to right here, all the trading losses will come from the original deposit first, and the remaining balance may be withdrawn. So that could confuse a lot of people. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back up to the screen to explain another part. Okay, so for example, you take your $1,000 account and you get a bonus of say 50%, and say you have $1,500. Say at that point you take a $15 trade and you lose that trade. So the $15 will deduct from here, from your overall account. But when you do the drop down, you're going to notice the $15 was lost first from your net amount. So again, you started with $1,000. You would be down $15 on your net amount. So you wouldn't have $1,000, you'd have $985. So when you place trades, you lose from your actual money first. It's still going to show that it's missing from here, but it actually deducts from your actual cash amount. So it's important to keep that in mind. So, just because you get a bonus of, say if it was 50% and you had an additional 500, do not take a $500 trade on purpose because you got that as a bonus, because should you lose, your actual cash value to your account will only be $500. So, just keep in mind, it's really important that you don't want to mess with a good thing here, because I mean, starting off with $1,000 and say that were to go wrong on your very first trade, well, it would take a long time to make that back up. So always practice proper risk management. And other than that, this site's pretty awesome again. So if you want to do copy trading, it'd be here. Trader contest, I really don't deal with any of those. And actually, I really haven't seen if the trader contest is still active. So over here, you'll be able to change a couple functions, which I'll show you now. However, I'll be signing into my own account. And for compliance purposes of, anyone showing anything that has to do with trading, you don't want to show real numbers and whatnot. So I'll be pausing this video just while I log in, and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, now we are logged into my Tradonex account. And what I will tell you right now is that when showing this broker or anything that has to do with trading, you're not supposed to show any kind of real numbers, because they'll think you're trying to entice people, which if they lose, that really could end up in someone very angry and upset and saying, well, are you a licensed financial advisor or a signal provider? Which I'm none of those. I'm just here to show you how this platform works. I could take trades, but I'll only do them at $1 just for compliance, because that's the least I could take on the dollar option. So here are the various times we have here, starting from 1 minute. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way through 30-minute trades. Okay. So however long you think it'll take for a trade to go in your favor, that's where you would choose a time. So if you think it takes 20 minutes, you click 20 minutes. So as opposed to the other brokers, I realized this was backwards for me. So if I think this is fixed time on, on, it's really not. Fixed time off, fixed time on. I've learned that when it's brighter, it's actually off and the timer goes down. So if I take a trade right here, it's only going to give me 19 minutes, 45 seconds. Okay. So if I click this off, it's been known to just give me the full 20 minutes. Why it doesn't show the full 20, I am not sure there. If you go to race option, binary SAM, wide forex, when you do this, the fixed time's off. So that's what I've learned when I actually take a full trade. If it's different for you guys, maybe it's just my platform's a little off. Okay. So right here, here's the dollar amounts. If you go on the upside of this diamond, it'll go up on the trade. It'll keep going up. And I don't I've actually never checked to see what the limit is on any given order. Let's see here. Let's see, $1,000, 10,000. I don't know if you could place those kind of trades. I really don't know. I would say that you couldn't do more than $10,000 or $100,000, but I'm not sure. I've never taken the trade that high, nor am I gonna do that now. So, currently we're looking at Euro USD right here on our tick chart. It's just showing you where price is at, where it moves. So when you're analyzing, for example, on TradingView, the price reflecting here is different than the real price on, on TradingView if you're going off Oanda or FXEM or whatever provider you have selected on TradingView. But these prices are sometimes off. Sometimes they're off by, anywhere from 5 to 10 points, and sometimes they're spot on. So what I personally do is I'll analyze the market on TradingView and I'll see where price is at here on the tick chart real quick and look at where it's at on TradingView. So, it gives me a good understanding of what the price difference is. So, for example, if this current pair is showing the last 3 digits of 009, but TradingView it's showing 15, well, I have to adjust. Well, now it's at 10, but if it's at 15 on TradingView, I have to adjust 5 points. So if I'm looking for a certain price, I just have to keep that in mind before either doing a call or a put. So these are typical percentages here. And I see as high as 75. I don't see no 95s, but the least that I see here is 60%. Again, the higher the percentage, the more volatile that pair is. So let's see here. Let me look for a AutoCAD. So AutoCAD showing me 313 here on the tick chart. On my AutoCAD up here, it's showing 308. So again, there is a difference, So you really have to take into account what that difference is when you're analyzing the market. So for example, oops, got an alert here. Sorry about that. So I had drawn this up earlier. So I'm going to take, for example, a trade. I would have wanted it down here for however long I want, and I would have been in profit if I would have done a call here. So just check this chart real quick for an example. I believe price can go down in 2 minutes. Oof, too late. So price is really, really important when you're looking for something. So if it didn't go my way when I wanted it, I usually just shorten the time I place a trade. So right now I'm on fixed time off. So I'd have 51 seconds for price to go down. So that's what a live trade looks like. Now that rollover function is if it's not going my way, I can roll this over and it adds time. Oops. So I was going to roll it over when price went above, but it did not allow me. So it's not letting me now. So it looks like it's going to be a push. So what a push is when you enter at a given amount or at a given price and it closes at the same price. So you saw I took a dollar position and it gave me $1 back. Again, this wasn't with no real analysis behind it, just to give you an example. So again, the rollover functions, the little clock that's here, and I'll give you all the information about your trade. Status, so it shows all your trades. So if you had any open, they would be here. If you go to close, they'll show you all the trades you've taken and how they finished. Right here you can select the date. So like if you have a trading journal, you can go back to the specific date and see how you did those dates. And that's pretty much how it works. So the other option you have is a candle chart. And this is going to be based off of, it says trading view, but personally I have not seen where this provider's coming from. I don't know. I know it says the charts are by trading view, but I do not know who the provider is. Because I think up there is on FXCM, right here showing me 294, up there showing 299, 300. So whatever provider it is, again, you have to take that into account. You do have all the different tools that that you're probably used to. So when you don't want to trade with this and you're analyzing on TradingView, you just could go back to your tech chart. So the other things you can trade are commodities. I mean, gold and silver. Okay. We have crypto. These are the different pairs of crypto. So like we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Cardano, we have a few. Now, Ethereum and Bitcoin don't say what they are against, but more than anything, the price is like, BTC USD. That's where the price is at. Yeah. So it doesn't say it, but the same thing with Ethereum. And you have stocks here. I personally don't do the stocks. I know markets closed, but yeah, so I'm sure not available. I really never look at those because I don't trade stocks or commodities. Actually, I have done gold before, but anyway, the same thing. Time-based, pick a direction, either up or down. Do your own analysis, and that's how this works. So up here on referrals, so this is where your referrals would be. You just copy the link because you automatically have one. If someone uses your link and so if someone uses your link and they open an account and they make a deposit, your earnings would be up here. So if someone funded an account with $1,000 and they used your referral, you would see 20% add up right here. And you can either withdraw that or you can add it to your trading account. Personally, as you see, I don't have any earnings because I just I really haven't referred anyone. I will use a referral link that they gave me here. I'll put it at the bottom of this video if you found this helpful. and you decide to open an account with Tradonex, that'd be amazing. But you're not obligated to. So here you have settings, support. This is where you'd go to make a claim, just to ask general questions. Their support team is really awesome. Personal data, that's going to be what you all your information. So you'll have your name, your phone number, all the information you put in there. So when you do open an account, you do your end user agreement. You do provide a signature. Especially when you withdraw, you have to have some kind of documentation proving who you are. That obviously you're not a robot, so an ID works. Security settings, your passwords, whatnot. Reports here, it's going to show your history of deposits and bonuses that were given. Under funds, you can go to withdrawal, and you can withdraw with Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, unless you have something set up, which I don't have anything set up. So also under funds, so is account funding. So under account funding, you just click on account funding once you made your account. So right here, it's not going to give the option of 250 because I already set up an account. So now my option is 500, 1,000, 3,000, 10,000, and so forth. Okay. So if you pick bronze is anywhere from $500 to $1,000. You'll get 20%. And actually, this is a little incorrect. Sometimes they'll really do more. So once you get to $1,000, or maybe that's correct, it was 20%. I'm sorry. So you get $1,000, and you take the bonus. That's 1,500. Now, mind you, so you do have to turn over your account 3 times this amount if you take the bonus. If you don't take the bonus, you just have $1,000 in your trading account, and you can withdraw as much as you want when you want. Okay. So once you get to $3,000, is where you get, I'm just going to put $3,000 here. So when you want to deposit, so for example, you want to start with $3,000. Now your bonus is 100%. So if you put in $3,000, this is what your account's at. Now, mind you, again, if you take that bonus, you cannot withdraw until this is turned over 3 times. And that's $18,000 of turnover. Doesn't mean that your account has to be at 18,000. Just means the amount of trades, whether won or lost throughout your trading journey, has to meet $1,800 of turnover before you can withdraw. And as you saw earlier, there is a 20% fee if you do decide to. And I believe if you do not, I believe if you do attempt to withdraw before your turnover, I think that's what sometimes sets off the red flags with a lot of these brokers, and they will take away the bonus amount. I'm not saying that in 100% truth. I don't know that for a fact, but I think that's what leads to some problems sometimes with other brokers. I haven't had an issue with this company whatsoever. So we'll adjust a little bit more here. So if you deposit 10,000, that's 10,000. If you take a bonus, that's 20,000, and so forth, depending on how much you have to invest. So the maximum is 100% bonus. Here it says have a promo code. I personally don't know of any promo codes for a higher bonus. I do, however, know there's other promo codes that could be used, but that would be on other platforms, not on this one. So, say for example, we're going to deposit. Oops, we're going to deposit $1,000. Oh, I kind of tricked it, I think. Wow, how'd that work? I almost tricked it. So anyway, so you do the $1,000. What you do at that point? So here are your options: Visa, MasterCard, Bitcoin. As I was saying, if you fund with Bitcoin, you automatically get a 5% bonus. Now, that isn't a bonus that has to be turned over. It's the bonus from Tradonex for making a deposit. It has nothing to do with this bonus. This is just the bonus for using Bitcoin. So it says altcoins, stable coins. Not sure what that one is. Never used it. I stick to Bitcoin. To fund the account, you would press this button. You get a QR code along with the Bitcoin address that will pop up in the middle, and then you could send it from your phone, whatever. Like if you have Coinbase, you could just take the picture, select the amount, then just send it. But again, always remember you have to account for the fee for sending from your platform. That's if there are fees. I know Coinbase has a fee. So like if you want to send, I think $1,000, I think I've needed to send an extra 70 just to make sure uh, a full 1,000 is for sure in the account. So that's how that works. When it comes to promos, I have not seen a promotion in a long time. It says no promotions. Giveaway. I know on other platforms, this is always active. So if you decide to enter into the giveaway, you'll get 100% trading bonus. Personally, I've clicked on these. They haven't worked. I don't know if they haven't updated yet, or it may still work, but for me it didn't. So, and then you go back to trading, and we're back to our screen. So overall, it's very similar to other platforms like Race Option, uh, Binary Cent, Bide Forex, IQ Cent. It's very, very similar. Works the same way. The bonus amounts are pretty much the same. However, um, I just like this one because it doesn't really show so many enticing ones. So, in closing, I'll go over a couple of the pros and cons. Starting with the pros is if you're used to race option, binary cent, Bide Forex, IQ cent, the platform is very, very similar. The second thing I really love is their customer support is amazing. They're really, really fast and attentive to mitigating any issues that you may have with the platform. Even if you have just general questions, they're super fast to help, and again, they're very helpful. Another thing I really like is that, you know, they don't advertise the bonuses like the other ones. That it's meant to just really entice you to use their platform. Although they do have bonuses, again, it's only up to you if you want to take them. If you do not want to take a bonus, and when you sign up, you accidentally do, well, you just contact, their support team and say, I accidentally took a bonus. I don't want the bonus. I just want what I um, deposited in the account, and they're super fast to help with that. So now for the cons, only thing I don't like is just when you do get a bonus that you have to turn over the account um 3 times, depending how much you start with and the bonus you take, it could take a long time to withdraw your money. But that's not just a Tradonex issue, that's with all the brokers that are similar to this one. um, that's pretty much the only thing I really don't like about this setup. If I had to just really pick one, that I don't like, it also has to do with every other broker, is your strike price is different from what you'll find on TradingView, but that's, really beyond their control because they don't go based off of Oanda or FXEM or whatever provider is out there that you could find on um, TradingView. So, that's the only downfall, is just having to um, figure out what the point difference is for your strike price and really finding the entry you want. So, besides that, this is a great platform. If you found this tutorial and review video helpful, we ask that you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and click that notification bell on for future postings.